because he's giving out free picks each and every week. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
NFL Week 18, the last week of the regular season, guys. We still have some important games. We'll go over those. But first, got to give my prayers to Hamlin. Crazy thing that happened on Monday Night Football. Never seen it before. I personally never seen it. Very tough to watch. So prayers to him and his family. I do expect him to recover. I'm hearing good news. I'm doing this video Thursday morning. I'm hearing some news how he's, holding his hands of the family. His eyes are open. There's some movement around and stuff. So there's some good news. He's still in critical condition, apparently, but some good news from his family. Yeah, I just can't remember a time where I saw an injury that bad. Like you see injuries where they go to the hospital, the ambulance comes out, but nothing like that. It's something similar, maybe not the same diagnosis, I'm not a doctor, but if you watch soccer, it happened in the Denmark game to the guy named Eriksson, and he just collapsed. However, there was no hit or anything. He just collapsed on his own. He had a heart issue or something like that. So it's just scary to see when it's something that's beyond, like it wasn't a big hit, right? Just a normal type of hit. He did put his head down kind of, but that happens all the time. That probably happens in every play for linemen. So there could be something else going on with him, medically or, something on those lines regarding his heart. So tough to see. Glad to see that. It's just, what are they going to do with the Bills game now? With the Bills and Bengals game? Now that's the question. We know that it seems like he's going to recover. So they're starting to talk about, what are they going to do now with this game? And it might be a void, guys. It might be a void, which is very interesting. Very interesting, because now it's going to, leave other teams open to move around in the playoffs. It's going to leave Ravens now maybe to win the division. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know right now. I don't think they even know, but they had some options as they may not even replay the game. It could be maybe just a tie or not even a point at all and just a void. So that's very interesting. I don't think that's ever happened before in the NFL. So interesting there. Personally, the lines just came out. Both teams are favored by 7 at home, Bills and Bengals. Bills are playing the Pats. Bengals are playing the Ravens. I'm not going to even talk about those games. It's very hard to handicap how the team's going to come out, right? Short week to prepare for the team. If anything, you'd have to look at the plus points. But at the other hand, you can say Bills are going to go out and play for Hamlin and just destroy the Pats. Right? They're going to dedicate this game to him. That's scary. So at the other side, you got to look at Pats need to win this game to actually get into the playoffs or have a chance to get into playoffs. So I'm just staying away from both those games just because you don't know how it's going to go exactly. So that's my opinion on those games. I won't be talking about those. Last week, a bunch of winners given out last week for you guys. Teaser and underdog both hit. We had Browns over Washington. Fade Carson Wentz. That is the plan anytime he plays. Washington will get Dallas, but it looks like Wentz is not going this week. They're putting the rookie in for Washington. So if you are on the Dallas side, I got an early line on it. Not going to talk about that game, but just letting you guys know. Up and down week 17 for myself. We had a couple bad beats, but we had some nice winners as well. First bad beat was Dallas minus 6.5. First half versus the Titans on Thursday. They were up 7 with 12 seconds left in the Titans end zone. I think they're on the 30-yard line, 40-yard line. Dak throws an interception. The guy runs back. I think there's about 7. They're around midfield. Around 7-8 seconds left. Dobbs has the best throw of the game. Throws it for 20, 30 yards. The guy runs a little more. Easy field goal with 2 seconds left. That's a bad beat there. The other bad beat was the Pats. I had New England minus 2.5. They won by 2 due to a missed extra point. And the Dolphins scoring with like a minute left, a touchdown with their third string quarterback. So those happen, right? Sometimes you get lucky to avoid them throughout a year. Like last year, I don't think I had any bad beats, maybe 1 or 2. This year I had a handful, and it happens. You're on the right side, right? If that happened 10 out of 10, that happens 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times I hit that bet, right? And the one time this happens with a bad beat, it's okay because I know it was on the right side. So you just got to live with those. You got to live with those. But we did have some big wins, right? We were all over the Giants and Green Bay. I took Giants 5.5. I took Green Bay -3. Covered those no problem. Easy blowouts. And I also parlayed them together. I get that at plus money. So that was good. Both those hit. We also hit on a 14 money line parlay, which I usually avoid. There's the first 14 money line parlay I've probably ever played. And that hit. I did obviously attack a bunch of favorites. And the reason I didn't like the spreads, and it did prove right, because 3 of them didn't even cover the spread. So it was good I parlayed them together on the money line. We also had an under in Atlanta game. That hit for us as well. We lost a close game on the Ravens. Close game. Blew it in the fourth. It was on the right side until Pittsburgh came back there. And we didn't have any profit in the prop market for player props. Weekly update. Weekly update. I'll be back in water. Continue to grind the NFL this year, guys. We are grinding in the NFL. Usually I have like a big run in the NFL. We had a good run mid-pack, but no late runs. Usually I have a nice long like 70% run. Not this year. Just continue to grinding out profit week from week. If we do have a losing week, it's small losses. So I'm still happy. It's going to be a profitable regular season. Just hoping for a big playoffs. NHL 65% long term, guys. This is going back to last year. NBA 66% long term, going back to last year. So this is long term runs, which that's what I like to focus on, long term. That's what I like to keep track of, long term betting, not a week, month, or even sometimes just a season. PGA is back. PGA is back. Looking forward to 32 weekends in a row of golf, guys. Come grind with me. Come profit with me in the PGA market. Get a subscription. Go sign up today at the website. UFC will be back. No updates. I will update that next week. We'll have UFC video next week because there is a card. So looking forward to that. Systemsportscapping.com is the website. Become a client today. Start profiting long term on your favorite sports. Nothing better than watching your favorite teams or sports and having some money on it as well. And if you do stay with me for a long time, of course, we're going to profit long-term in all sports. That's what I'm able to do year after year. System capping on all social media. System capping on all social media. Instagram and Twitter, where I'm most active. Client comments over there. Winning tickets. Free picks. Sports betting news. Sports news in general. Like, comment, and share, guys. It helps me out a ton. The last week of the year, quickly, I just want to go over it. Week 18, in case you guys want to know, how I approach is I just bet on teams that need to win. It's not that difficult. Yes, you're going to have the upset here or there where that one team that you thought was out of it and just playing for a draft pick and maybe playing backup guys, they decided, I want to beat these guys to ruin their playoff chances. You're going to see that. There's going to be a bad beat out there, I'm sure. But overall, this is how I attack it. I'm going to attack it with the better team, the team that's looking to either get a better place in the playoffs, looking for a home field advantage, or even the division. So that's how I'm going to attack that. And that's how I'll be going over my games for my clients. It's going to be teams that need to win. Let's get right into it. Saturday. We're going to go over both Saturday games, guys, for you guys. And they both are meaningful. So Chiefs -9.5 at Raiders, total 52.5. I'll be quick here. Storyline here, Raiders are out and the Chiefs are playing for home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Huge having home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They're playing this as a playoff game, and they should be. The game is very important for the Chiefs. I do expect them to win this game. However, 9.5's high. 9.5's high. We saw the Raiders offense be reamped with the new QB. They sacked Carr. It was a good decision. He looked great against a very good San Francisco defense. And I do expect Raiders to put up points. Chiefs aren't good on defense. We know that. But the Raiders, one of the worst defenses you'll see in the league. Top 5 below average teams on defense for sure. You can throw all over this team if you want to run it. Whatever you want to do, you can do on this defense. It's they should be able to keep up on the scoreboard. They should be able to put up points as well. So I'm going to have, if I had to play this game, it's going to be Chiefs in the teaser or money line market, which I have already attacked. But if I had to bet a spread here, I'd have to play the plus 9.5 on the Raiders. Now, just be worried. I'm not betting it for clients at plus 9.5. They may rest guys. They may try new plays. They may try new players. They are going to go for it on 4th and 2 in their end zone. Or their, so keep that in mind, guys. They're going to do things that you're not going to see in a normal game. They're out of the playoffs. They have nothing to play for. They're going to try to beat the Chiefs. Divisional game. Always big games between these two. So that's something to keep in mind here. Something to keep in mind. So if things go for them, go well for them with their new plays or going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals, great. But there's going to be that concern where, Chiefs may get the turnover in Raiders' 30-yard line because they went for it. Things like that. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm staying off the spread, but I will have the Chiefs through the money line teaser market somehow. Total 52.5. I lean the over, but I won't be betting it. Titans at Jags, minus 6.5 Jags. There's some 6s out there. Total 40. I definitely didn't see the Jags in this position to start the year, guys. I thought they would improve, but not be in a playoff position here, win and you're in type thing. I definitely didn't see that. I thought this would be the Colts. Colts I was wrong about this year going into the season. But here we are with the Jags, right? Tennessee, yeah, sure, they can be here. I definitely saw them being in this type of position. If they win, they have a chance to get in. They're just banged up right now. Banged up. They are going to get Henry back for this, but we know Tannehill's out for this game. That's huge. That's huge. You got to rely on Dobbs, who just signed about a week ago. He was okay in the Dallas game. Better than Willis. I can say that. But, it's a downgrade here. You have to go Jags or nothing here. Don't love the 6.5. One thing is Jags did beat this team by 14 in Tennessee. Keep that in mind. So if I had to play it, I would take Jags minus 6.5. I will have Jags on the teaser or money line market this week. Total, I lean the over. First time these guys played, 4 or 5 weeks ago, 36-22. So keep that in mind. So you got to play the over at 40 here, even though the Jags defense has been impressive the past 2 games. Last 2 games, they've only allowed 6 points total. Keep that in mind, guys. However, they played Houston and the Jets. So that is something to keep in mind if you're going to attack this total. But you expect the Jags to put up at the very least, 20 points. Very least. Right? It's not like this Titans team is good on defense. So I expect Jags, 24 to 27 points. And I do expect them to win this game. Biggest game on Sunday. Seems to be Sunday nighter. Lions at Packers. Minus 4.5, total 49. Another game I couldn't imagine being a win and you're in, right? At least for the Green Bay one. At the beginning of the season, I don't think anyone had Lions being in this spot. And the Packers, I expected them to already be in the playoffs, maybe wrap up the division as well. The Packers got healthy at the right time and at the end of the year, right? This is when they're making their run, starting to play well. They're healthy. They're looking good on defense as of late and coming off a huge blowout win against Mini, which we attacked and were on. Momentum's on their side, right? They're playing at home. Veteran team for the most part. I expect them to find a way to win this game, guys. Do I expect the Lions to put up a game here? Yes. I don't love the 4.5. I would look at, again, Packers in the money line market, Packers in the teaser market if you wanted to attack them. I think Lions show up. I think they're very well coached. I think their offense is good enough to hang around. Just their defense. Their defense is terrible, guys. 29th in rushing yards, 32 in total yards allowed. They're just terrible all around on defense. So Packers are going to be able to put up points. And I think Packers defense has improved towards the end of the year here. And I do think they do enough against the Lions offense to not shut them down, but to limit them to win this game here. So I'll be on Packers in some markets here. If I had to play the spread, it's tough. I could see a close game. I'll lean the Packers minus 4.5, but I won't be betting the spread here. Lean the total over 49. Both teams can score. Both teams just scored 41. And they don't have shutdown defenses. So I'll lean the over total 49 here. Teaser, guys. Teaser. Let's get you guys another winner. We got another winner that's back-to-back weeks in teaser. 7-point teaser this week. We're going to do KC, which I just mentioned. Just to win, you get a -2, -2.5, 1.5. Get that under the field goal, right? Under a field goal, they should win by under a field goal. Dallas to win game, you get a +2, +1.5. Washington starting their rookie QB to see what he has. Dallas needs to win, right, for positioning in the playoffs and possible outright seed playoff at home, right? They get a home field advantage if they win and Eagles lose. So they're going to be playing with everyone in this game. If you want a third, Jags, I just talked about. Jags just to win. I expect them to just win at home here. Underdog, we hit another one for you last week, guys. It was the Browns. Browns won outright. You just bet against Wentz. Very simple there. I don't love anything this week, guys. Like I mentioned, you don't know what these underdog teams are going to do. You just don't know what they're going to do, right? They're going to throw out their backups or try this play, go on a 4th and 5, and they screw up in their own end zone, and the other team scores easily. You just don't know. Especially this game that caught my eye, which I think there is some value. However, there's question. Like Houston at +125, right? I get it. You know, the Colts are terrible. They've looked terrible. However, Houston's playing for that first round pick. So that's something here. Do they want to go all into this game? I know Jeff Saturday does. Jeff Saturday's playing for a job next year. So that's something to keep in mind here. Colts may make my client card if I can get to them just to win here. It's just hard to back the Colts right now. Very difficult. And Houston has showed up in time and time again. But however, Houston is the worst team in the NFL. And there's no question about that. Even though they have showed up for, 2-3 weeks there? Even though they lost most of the games, they have shown up at times. And then also with Colts, Ellinger, it's probably an upgrade over Foles, but you just don't know too much about the guy. So Houston's a lean at +125, and then you got to look at a smaller dog at like Miami. You can I see a +105 out there at home. I know they have their probably third quarterback. Bridgewater probably won't go. But, their defense could win that game. Jets have been struggling. They're out of the playoffs. Miami win and you're in, or they need to at least win to have a chance. So you got to look at Miami if you can get a plus money at home in a tough situation. You just got to hope maybe Bridgewater does play or the third quarterback does enough, and that defense just plays very well to pull it off here. That will do it, guys. That will do it. Like I said, my UFC videos will be back next week. NFL playoffs, wild card, it'll be out as well. Client card is available now at my website. Like I always say, guys, bet smart and know your limits. Enjoy week 18.